Hey there, kids. Have you ever wondered what a flood is? Well, let's dive into it. Floods are a natural event where a lot of water covers an area that is usually dry. Imagine filling a bathtub with water, but the water doesn't stop and overflows. That's a bit like a flood. Now, you might ask, where does all this water come from? Great question. The water can come from heavy rain, melting snow, or even from a dam breaking. When it rains a lot, the ground can't soak up all the water, and it starts to spread out, creating a flood. Sometimes floods can happen quickly, and we call these flash floods. Imagine a giant bucket of water being tipped over. The water rushes out all at once, doesn't it? That's how a flash flood works. It's very fast and can be very dangerous. Other times, floods can happen slowly over time. This is when it rains steadily for many days. The ground gets saturated, like a sponge that can't hold any more water, and it slowly starts to flood the surrounding areas. Did you know floods can happen anywhere? But certain places are more prone to floods. These include areas near rivers, coastal regions, and places with poor drainage systems. It's important for us to know if we live in a flood-prone area. Now, let's talk about the effects of floods. Floods can cause a lot of damage. They can wash away roads, cars, and even houses. They can also make it hard for people to get food and clean water. But it's not all bad news. Floods can also have positive effects. They can bring nutrients to soils, making them more fertile. This can be really good for farmers. Also, the water from floods can fill reservoirs, providing us with a source of fresh water. So, how can we stay safe during a flood? Firstly, if there's a flood warning, it's important to listen to it. Second, it's always a good idea to have a plan. Know where to go if a flood happens, and what to take with you. One important thing to remember is never to walk or swim in floodwater. It can be deeper and move faster than you think. Plus, it can be dirty and carry diseases. So, it's best to stay out of it. In conclusion, floods are a powerful force of nature. They can cause a lot of damage, but they can also bring life-giving nutrients to our soil. By understanding floods, we can better prepare for them and stay safe. So, next time it rains heavily, remember what you've learned about floods. And don't forget, if there's a flood warning, always listen and follow your family's safety plan.